Go here, terminal new. I am saying ng serve open. That is my first step. Now you got the parent. Yes or no? Parent component is loaded.
Yes.
Now I'm going to install Bootstrap in this project. Okay. So what I'm going to do, npm install Bootstrap --save. Command is npm install Bootstrap --save. So that what will happen, it will install Bootstrap module. Now you see how many packages are added. 2 packages are added. 993 packages are audited. Clear? Now CLS. Now if you go to the end node module, you see there is a Bootstrap. There is a Bootstrap, distillery, CSS. You got a Bootstrap? Say yes or no? Pratibha?
Yes.
Sir.
Okay, now what you need to do, in the app settings.json, angular.json, you are going to update that Bootstrap into scripts. Okay, where you need to is under root, under architect builder. Here you need to write that scripts. You see there is a CSS styles. Here you need to add an array. What is your array? Node underscore modules slash bootstrap slash dist slash css slash bootstrap dot css, comma. Clear my point? So this is the module you need to add. Now you see here there is a bootstrap dist css. You see there is a bootstrap.css. Now you add it. Here you need to add a JS also. How to add JSS? Node underscore modules slash bootstrap. Sorry, here spelling is wrong. It should be bootstrap. Okay. And then distjs. distjs. You see there is a bootstrap.js. Say yes or no? Bootstrap.js. Okay. Now once done, save the file, close it. Now go back here. I simply go back to my source app HTML. You say here div class equal to container. Clear my point? Div class is container. And then within the div, you are going to have div class row div class column, div class row class equal to h1 parent component. See, a component has been changed or not? Say yes or no? Component name is
Yes,
changed.
sir. Yes, yes.
If I'm not using this, no, it is not applicable. Why? Comma, copy this, paste. You see there is a jQuery.
Yes, yes.
You need to have npm install jQuery -save. One package added. Yeah. Node underscore modules slash jQuery slash dist slash jQuery.js. Now, once it has been funded, I remove this PowerShell, remove this node, terminal. Okay, Venkat. Now, you see, bootstrap is applied or not? Say yes or no. Now you see here, bootstrap is applied parent component. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I want to make this text as been center aligned. So what I will do, text
Sorry,
hyphen center. Yeah, tell me something. Amara, you are saying something.
no, your voice is full breaking. Now fine, now fine.
Okay. Now you see there is no gap between the parent and so what I'm going to do here, I say empty hyphen 4. M means margin top 4. Now this is coming. Now fine. Now I'm going to create a one more row div Here I'm going to say class row. Okay. And then div class call hyphen md hyphen 4. Okay. Here I'm going to have ul tag. I have a li tag, home, li, course. I have li, about. How many components I created? And then here in the ul, before that, I'm going to say here flex hyphen row. And then div ul class equal to nav. Navigation is coming. And here class equal to nav hyphen bar. Hold on a second. It is not a nav hyphen bar. Nav hyphen link. Now you got the parent component. So how many URLs you have? 3 URLs, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create 3 components. How to create component? Can anyone tell me how to create component? Ng, gc, home, one of the component. And ng, gc, course is another component. Ng, gc, about is another component. So how many component I created? How many component I created? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
How many component I created? Course component, about component, employee component. Now what I'm going to do, I'm associating that component here. I'm associating the component here. So how I'm going to associate is, click here, anchor, href, hash, home. Like that I'm going to use. Enter, anchor, href, hash, course. Again I'm taking anchor, href, hash, about. Now you see all the components are there. You see here there is an hash. Now to enable routing of these components, what I'm going to do in the app.routing.ts module here, okay, the array path equal to null, comma, component equal to colon, home component. Understand my point? Comma, component colon, home component. And then I have to create path colon home, course, comma, component, course component, comma, for, colon, about, comma, component, colon, about component. So how many component I registered here? Come on, you need to
Three
speak.
components. Three.
3 components. And then these all components are called as your root component. That is why you are importing router module dot for root of routes. This route is a class which has been coming from the Angular router. Clear my point? Now I'm going to enable this router in my app component.html. So how I'm going to do is you simply say slash, you simply say slash course, you simply say slash about. URL is coming. Listen
Yes.
carefully. You see, URL is coming or not? But components are not loaded. Why? Because you need to import, you need to have a class view, class equal to row, and say router hyphen outlet. Now you see course is working, home is working, about is working. All are coming or not? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Right? So this is called routing concept. Do you have any doubt how the routing works? Now go back in every component, HTML, you say div class equal to row. Okay. And here div class equal to h1. I say home component. What component? What component I'm saying? Home component. And I'm saying here text align center. And in the row, go to here, you see home component. I'm getting a home component. I'm getting a home component or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I want to create some space between this component and this component. So how I'm going to make a space is in the empty row, empty hyphen 4. Now you see the space. There is a space. Like that, you are going to build all other components. Copy this course component. Say here course component. And then I'm saying about component. Clear my point? Everything clear? Say yes or no. Now you go here. You see, I'm clicking a course component. I'm clicking a about component. Now you see here, every time when I click, it is refreshing or not?
Yes.
Listen carefully. Every time it is refreshing. Actually, since I'm using a single page application, do I need to have a refresh or do I need to no need to have a refresh?
No need to have a refresh.
So what to do?
In .NET
What to
side,
do?
we can use the fragments, but Angular only we need to instead of complete enter page,
Mhm.
particular that should be refresh.
Hmm.
In the .NET side, we can use a fragment caching.
Fragment catches something different. This one is something different. Okay. What you need to do, I will tell you.
Okay.
Instead of using href, you are going to use a concept called router link. Got my point?
Okay.
In the app component.html, in the div row, here you are not going to use a href. You say router link equal to. Now you see not router link. One second. Hold on a second. Yeah, it will be router link equal to slash router link equal to slash. You see, refresh is not happening. Is the refresh is happening? Say yes or no. Ganesh. Ganesh, are you there? Ganesh, unmute and talk.
Yes,
Venkat.
yes, yes, sir. I'm there. I'm there.
Okay. You see here, router link. Refresh in the course and about, you are able to see the refresh. But if you look into the home, it is not refreshed. Why? Because the router link is a property where you can use. You copy the same router link here, paste it, router link here, paste it. Now, if you look into here, is there any refresh happening? Component is loaded by default. Say yes or no.
Yes.
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 Okay, so that is the concept of routing mechanism. That is the concept of routing mechanism. Even you can pass your router link as a property. For example, I want to make this about like this. It will also work. Okay, but here you need to not have here. You can pass this as an about. Okay, this will also work. This, what is this one? This is an ng model property or not? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now if you go here, everything will work as expected. No change. So what is the difference between this one and this one? Router link, notepad, Angular nodes, To define routing in a URL, we required what thing, ma? What we required? We required router link attribute. Got my point? The router link can be router link can be defined in two ways. One is general attribute of a tag, right? General attribute of a tag. Second one is property attribute of a tag. Am I right? The first one is general attribute. This one is a general attribute. This one is your property attribute, right? Sir, if I don't have router outlet, what will happen? Will the navigation works? Will not work.
It won't work.
Why? Because the navigation purely based on which one? Router outlet. Or you got my point? So to define or to enable routing in a Angular, we definitely required router hyphen outlet template or template tag. It is a predefined tag which are available in the Angular. Okay. Now you all understand? Amar? Amar, say yes or no. Amar Ganesh.
Yes, sir. I got it.
Okay. The next topic is I want to make router link active. See, right now we are using an active. Okay. Here I'm going to slightly change a few things. Okay. I'm going to modify a few HTML tags. I'm simply saying UL is now. UL is now. And I say, instead of here, I'm having that flex column. Just put here. I'm saying column. Okay. And then in the list, I'm going to say item. Nav item. Okay. I'm going to say nav item. Now you go back, the same thing will happen. You see, everything will be like this. Click. Changes happening. Earlier, I made everything in row. Now I'm making everything in column wise. Flex hyphen column in the UL class. And then nav item. In the router, I'm going to have a class nav hyphen link. You see, changes are happened. You see the changes.
Yes.
It is a link attribute. By default will be applied on the class. Okay, like that, you copy this entire stuff. Copy, paste, paste. Now you see there is a big change. Changes happened or not?
Yes.
Now, sir, whenever I'm going for an about, that it should be highlighted, right? It should be highlighted
Almost,
or
sir.
not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm going to do, how to highlight that is, I simply say router link active equal to active. Understand my point? And then I can simply say, or you want to make the URL as active. The same router link active I'm providing. Okay. Once I provide that, now if you go and see, it should be enabled as active. Why it is not enabling? I simply say active. Router link equal to null home. Should be highlighted. Why it is not highlighting, I don't know. Okay. You need to add one more here. Nav hyphen pills. And then you see Ganesh sir, are you there?
Yes, sir.
కన్ఫ్యూజ్డ్ గా ఉందా? కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూషన్ గా ఉందా అన్న?
అవును సార్, కొద్దిగా కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంది.
చెప్తా.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు
Now see,
స్క్రమ్ కాల్
it has
స్టార్ట్
got
అయింది నాకు. కొద్దిగా
it has
నేను
got
రీజాయిన్
selected.
అవుతాను.
Okay,
ఓకేనా?
one second. It has got selected because of this nav pill. Understand? If I'm not using this nav pill CSS, you see it was not get selected. If I use nav spill and you say router link active equal to active, this will work. Okay. Now you go, click. See, changes are happening. All are selected active. Ganesh. All are selected active or not? Once the selected active is happened, what we need to do? We need to make this as a reset. Why? Because this home comes under the same URL path. This about, on top of that we are adding. Okay, so that is why we are using course and about component. That is why we are using the parent component highlighter. For that, we need to have home here, router link active options equal to what we need to do here is we need to pass array of exact colon true. When the URL matches exactly, okay, this is a property. This is how it is. If you are not having this exact match, it will get highlighted by default. Okay, so you want to make your router link option exact match, it will be get like this. Okay, so this is called routing concept in Angular. Tomorrow we are going to talk about few more things. Thank you. Bye.